Very quickly, I'm gonna show here again. We have the ability to use this framework, which are just tools, kits for developers, so that you can develop an application quickly using TypeScript or some types of JavaScript. We can ask a question like, what's a computer? And here what I'm gonna show is just the ability to use observability throughout the whole process. So when we execute a query, we have on the back end the ability to trace all the iterations, what were the LLMs called, the applications or the APIs, and all the functions that were called. So in this case, for this, we had 2 iterations of using maybe because of something, and so this is really giving the developer, but also the company that is developing these applications, some type of governance and observability and security of what's going on, at least traceability on the back end, right? So now I want to show a little bit about the code interpreter and how it would show here. For example, let's say some user wants to calculate, right? And this is something that normal LLMs are very bad at doing math, because it's not part of a regular language. And so we can see in the parse output that the model is defining, hey, I need to use Python for this, and this is the code that we need to use. And then the interpreter takes this and actually runs the code. So it's executing that code in Python, and then it's taking the output and put it in a format that is the final result. So for example, the result is that, and that there you go, right? And that's being handled by the code interpreter. And as I was talking about the architecture, it's all container based, and so so this is the agent framework, which only has the ML flow and the code interpreter components. But I'm gonna go now into maybe the stack, which is that bigger picture in which now we have also an UI, and we have other elements to start building, not only but not only for developers, but also for any type of user, really start imagining what that would look like, right? So again, now we once it's up, we can it shouldn't take that much time. We can take the UI and start building a new agent. There you go. So now it's up. I can create a new agent. I can say from scratch, and they have some templates. And so when I start from scratch, I give my agent a name. So it can be a data analyst, for example, agent. I can have just a description for me or my company. This is very important. The role, what is the role of this agent? It's not the full input or the full system prompt, but just the role part. What am I trying to do? In this case, what maybe I wanted to be able to take some data or some a file and run some basic statistics and maybe create some plots. So those types of things I can do. Here I have the tools that the team has put out of the box, but they have also this ability to create in the framework. You can add additional custom, what they call custom tools, right? So you can add your own tools description, that then you will just click or select here what you will need to do. If you have a knowledge base, like from Milvus for a vector database, you can link it, and then it will save your agent and it will start working. We're gonna continue with the data analyst agent, and we're gonna define a role, what the agent will do or behave. So in this case, I want to have a data analyst agent for creating some visualization or basic statistics, and I'm specifying how I want the output of those to come. I wanted only to use Python and file search, but certainly I could increase the tools through the custom tool option in B, and I can then save the agent and I can launch it in chat, for example, and I can upload data. So I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna upload the bills of material data. And now I'm gonna ask the agent, for example, just simply to visualize. In this case, with this table, I want to be able to visualize the number of parts per manufacturer, right? So I can ask it to visualize the number of parts per manufacturer. Correct this number of parts per manufacturer, and I'm gonna send, and now we will see the agent work behind the scenes as it is creating the execution plan. It is using Python in this case to process the CSV file into a pandas data frame. Now it's looking into the columns, as we said, as we asked the agent to do. Now that it knows the columns, now it can proceed with the visualization. So it produced the Python code, and there we go, right? So this is the table that we were looking for, which is all coming from Python execution that was created on runtime by the LLM agent. That concludes the demo. Thank you.